Hello, everyone, and especially hello to all those teens in grades 6 through 12. My name is Patrick, and I'm the information librarian in charge of the young adult collection at the Malden Public Library. Welcome to Summer Reading Program 2020. It's time to imagine your story and dive into the worlds of fantastical literature. First off, I want to say that while I understand many parts of the state are shut down right now to the public, including the library here, there might not be a lot of the normal things that you do over your summer break. Movie theaters aren't open, the pools are closed, and if you're like me, you've been going a little bit stir crazy over the last couple of months. Obviously, you're not alone in feeling this, and while I don't have all the solutions to getting out of that kind of rut, I do have a very good one that you may already be able to guess, and that is reading a good book. This summer, our theme for our reading program is all about fantasy literature. So we will have online programs for the next 6 weeks that tie into that. These are going to range from things that you can do at home to online discussions and games. But the main crux of our reading program is that we will have books for you to check out, as always, here at the library through contactless curbside pickup, but also for the first time, a host of free books that you can pick up just for signing up for the summer reading program that are yours to keep. So head over to our website right now, and that's www.maldenpubliclibrary.org. The summer reading site is that website /summer-reading-2020. The link will be in the description of this video as well. Take a look at your school summer reading list, but also sign up for Beanstack. That's going to be our summer reading tracker, and you're going to be able to find out then and there how you can get that free bag of books, as well as summer reading swag over the summer. We have 4 different brand new books that you can choose from when you get your bag. And this week I wanted to talk about one of my favorite fantasy books and one of the ones that you can take. It's probably the first classical fantasy novel that I read when I was in middle school. And it's the one that really got me into reading the genre. And that is none other than The Hobbit by JRR Tolkien. This little book was written about 83 years ago and is the grandfather to an entire genre of swords and sorcery fantasy novels. And it inspired, just about everything from Game of Thrones to Harry Potter. And it is a thrilling little tale of goblins and a dragon and elves and dwarves and a small race of people called hobbits. Now, if you haven't read the story, I can tell you that Hobbit is very similar to a human. It's a much smaller human with furry feet. They have a love of good food and friends and have a green thumb. The main character for The Hobbit is a hobbit named Bilbo Baggins, who lives very quiet lives of serenity until one day there's a knock at his door at Bag End, his home, and who should appear before him but a mysterious wizard named Gandalf, who attempts to recruit him for a long, daring, epic journey. And I don't want to give away too much of the story if you've never read it, but obviously we're going to follow Bilbo on all of his adventures across Middle-earth as he encounters trolls and giant flying eagles and massive spiders that can eat him alive. One thing I love about the book is it's filled with songs and poetry and riddles that really fill up this world. And by the end of this very short book, you have a good understanding of what makes Middle-earth work and what it's like to live there. Because this book was so influential in fantasy novels that came after it, it's written in a language that's going to help you understand other fantasy novels that came after. So if you've been looking for where to start in reading fantasy literature, I would look no further than The Hobbit as the first place you should go. And if you love this world, if you read The Hobbit and want to continue on, obviously you can go onto the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which is set after The Hobbit. And there's other stories that are written by Tolkien and his son, and most of them we have copies of available right now at the library, or digital copies you can get online, as well as hundreds of classic fantasy novels that were inspired by The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. So yeah, that is just a quick glimpse at The Hobbit. We have 20 copies of the book for free that we're going to hand out as part of our summer reading program, along with 3 other titles that I'll get to reviewing in the coming weeks. You get this free copy and a baggie of freebies by signing up for the summer reading program and logging into it on the Beanstack link. So when that goes live, sign up, and then you can come by the library for contactless pickup of this summer reading bag when we do our kickoff on July 15th. So that's going to be next week. That's going to do it for this book review. Thanks so much, everyone, for being patient as the Malden Public Library is adjusting to reopening for our curbside pickup, and we pushed back our summer reading program, but we still wanted to make sure we get it going for your summer. We're going to be back next week reviewing another young adult fantasy novel. So until then, have a great weekend and have fun reading and imagining your own stories. So long, and thank you, everyone.